I have a bunch of classes. The date classes has the get and set methods in them. The default member class, which has the get and set methods, which also has the set member name, membership number, and start membership dates. These three are also in over 60 member class and the student member class. Okay, so I have a main menu right here. I've got a wow true which replays the menu over and over again, and I've got a bunch of different options. The user to choose add, view, delete, store, run, and GUI, and then the last one exit, which would be quit on the keyboard. Right. I've got a bunch of switch cases, so the user can choose whether they want to add a student or over 60s member, and the user will be asked to enter member name, and it will be saved into member name, and then it would be outputted as member name is, and then whatever the member name is, and that would be repeated several times. Then there will be a output of all the results, and if for some reason the user inputs a wrong input, this try and catch will stop the program from crashing, and instead will output a error message which says incorrect data entered, try again. So I've got the same thing for over 60s member. Here again for the view member I have a switch case. So the user chooses whether to view students or over 60 members. And then so if you choose student, it will come to view student and it will run this code. If you want to see over 60s members, it will run this code. Then you have another switch case for the delete member. Same thing, it will run this if you click if you want to see students, or it will run this code if you want to see over 60 members. This is a store store method which stores a string into a file. And then I have this running members which outputs the data from a file onto the screen. And then I have a GUI which outputs data already pre-written. You can see here. So run that. I'll press A. Which one would you like to add? Add a student. Enter member name, Sal, membership number, third or first, school name, Westminster, course length 3. The data would be outputted as so. So now I want to see view student number be outputted as so. So it's a member name, membership number, membership start date, school name, course length, and then you see all the data that corresponds with each of the names. So Sally would be member name, 3243 would be membership number, 23rd of the 1st would be membership start date, Westminster would be school name, and course length would be 3. Right now, if I want to delete, no, I'll add another student. Now, Sally was the first member to be added, and Rose was the second. Now, with my code, the um, first member gets deleted. You can't choose which member to delete. So I've added D into the menu, just delete a member, and then I'm going to say I want it to be a student, and it takes that member away. And then now if you want to view the students, Sally is no longer there and Rose appears, and just Rose. Now if I want to store something into a file, let's say Rose, and I'm going to file, store, Rose will appear into the file. Okay, now if I want to run file, this data is outputted onto the screen because in the file we have this data, which is the same here, which is here. Now for the GUI, G, and have it pop up. Now all this data is pre-written, as you've seen previously. Okay, and I also have quit option, Q, and the program quits. I also did have added comments onto my work to make any user understand better. Not all lines will have comments on them because they'll previously be written or they'll be written further down in the code. There's a lot of similar lines. So I've also done tests. I'll show you some test file. Open test results, and it says all 14 tests passed. It says enter string incorrect, so that's showing the incorrect data entered. Try again. It's showing that the try catch is working correctly. Same again here. This shows that the run is working. One problem that I did have is when there's no members added, it should say no members, but when I run it, again, view student, it doesn't actually say no members, but it says it here, which is quite confusing, and I couldn't figure out why, because my code looks fine. So yeah, I've done show you code. It pretty much uses the code that I use from a program. Obviously I had to change a few things in order for it to work. But majority of it is quite similar. Right, thank you for watching.